Hello, I am hoping that this works. I am doing it a little bit different here. I'm going to see if I can find myself on my own computer here. Bear with me as I'm just trying to figure this out here. Hopefully it's working. Does anyone see this yet? Hoping I am showing up on here. All right, well, I'm just going to get going. Today I'm going to be doing a class. I offered this for people to purchase ahead of time, and it is a city sites card kit. And I offered if you paid ahead of time and did this $43, you would get the kit, and you would also get 4 bonus cards that I'm making, and then some embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the card around so that you can see that. I'll switch it around like this. Hopefully you can see there. Awesome. It's perfect. Okay, so I have my little card kit here. I'm going to move this just a bit. All right, so the card kit comes in a box like this, and it's got 2 stamps. I have them off of here because I've been using them. So this is the city, and then here is just kind of I've used this as smoke, or there's just a couple different things that you can do with that. And you get a little Stampin' Spot. This is Pebbled Path, and so this is the ink that we'll be using for everything, for the bonus cards that I made as well. Now I just keep this, I don't use it for the class, I just switched because I have all of the colors, so I'm just going to use the larger stamp for this. But when you get the kit, it does come with that, which is great to have. And then here are the other items that come in here. This is just some sticky tape, some dimensionals, some little embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. If you are watching, comment. I'd love to see your name of who is here. Tell me where you're watching from. You're on there. I used scissors to open this. And it comes with a little block. So if you are new to stamping and you don't have acrylic blocks, this is the block that you get. Now you may think that does not look like it will fit. If you do it diagonal, it fits. So that is how it's meant to go. I do have this larger block that I have it on right now. And you get some of the mini dimensionals, which is nice to have some of the smaller ones. You'll need that for some of the cards. And then these little embellishments here, which stick on their own. So you can get one of these kits and just bring it with you as you're traveling and just use it on the go because it's got everything for you. So often when I'm going away, I'll take a kit with me, or I prep some cards, but kits are awesome because I don't have to do anything. Here are the printed envelopes. So with this kit, you'll make 4 with this and 4 with this. And here's the design. Isn't that pretty fun? I love looking at the city, fun printed paper. So it comes in different languages. So I'm just going to take out the happy birthday. So we are not going to do the other ones. And then I'm gonna, take one of these out and this out. And here we go. So here's the city. So I'm taking one of each of these things, and then I'll take one of this design. I'm just gonna get the other things out of the way so it's easier to work with. I don't know about you, but I end up often with way too many things in my stamping area, and it is just very hard to actually get anything done. Oh, I also needed to show you too. It comes with the printed instructions. Where did I say? Oh, it's on the other side of this. Here we go. So here are the printed instructions, which are great. It's got everything, and it shows you when to put dimensionals, when to use glue dots, and so it's just, everything is just step by step on here, which is great. So I'm also going to take off of here, Thinking of You. Now this kit, you do not need to stamp any greetings. They've got everything done on here, which is awesome. Again, like if you're on the go and you don't want to have a whole lot of things. So do a bunch of these. This is kind of cool. It's a little corrugated. I don't know if you can see that well. And then here is this strip. So take one of each of these envelopes. I'm gonna make one of each of these cards, which I have not done it yet. So often when I'm making cards in front of people, I like to have done them. So here we go. We'll see how easy these cards are. And maybe I should follow directions. Often I just like to just go, but I probably shouldn't do that. So on this one here, they have us just ink the city. So I'm going to put some of the Pebbled Path on here. Pebbled Path is in color that started last year, so this is the second year with it. And so I'm just going to stamp right over the center of this. I usually like to do this standing, so it's a little bit harder to see over the top, so hopefully I got it right. There we go, here's the city. Isn't that pretty? Love it. We have Minneapolis is not too far from here. That's kind of the city that is by me. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on the back of this. And actually, they tell you to just use this tape if you don't, I mean, because they plan on you not having anything, and so you could just use that if you wanted. So I'm going to just set this on here, and then I'm going to put some of the dimensionals on the back of the city. I'm going to put them at the top here. That's what it shows in the instructions, just to put some on there. And then I'll go ahead and use this since that's what they provided for you. Just tear some of this on and put it on. So I'm a little too long here. Sorry, I'm reaching over the top. So then you just peel off this back, and it's kind of just a little double-sided tape on there. Now I'm going to take off these little dimensional backings on here. And I'm going to set this like that. And then now I'm going to also put some of the same tape on the back. Not the corrugated side. This is on the smooth side. And these look like there would be Misty Moonlight color. That is one of our blues that started last year, and I really, whoops. Am I doing the wrong thing? I am. This is for the next card. Good thing I looked again. This one gets this piece. Although, you know what? I have friends that they like to try and take the same supplies and make all the cards look different, and you can totally do that, and they'd be just awesome. But I wanted to do it like they have it on here. So here is the Thinking of You Today. So look how simple and easy that card is, and it looks great. So here is one card, and actually I think I'll fill this envelope. Here we go. Here's this first envelope. This is from the City Sites kit, and then now we're gonna do this one right here. Now on this one, they have you use the other image, and so I'm gonna get this full of ink on my Pebbled Path. Ink again. And then I'm going to take the city, and they put this on, so it's kind of, yeah, it's like this here. So it's not on all of it, it's just kind of part of it has the ink on there. So it'll make more sense when you put it on there. And for this, we're gonna put the dimensionals. These are the mini ones. We have mini ones, regular ones, and we also have them in black, which I thought was cool when we got them, but really I don't ever use them. It's not really needed. I haven't really made something where I was worried about seeing white from underneath, but I suppose depending on what you're doing, it could look better that way. Actually, I'm gonna put one in the middle here too, because that's kind of farther out. Whoops, I just took it off, but didn't put the dimensional, didn't come with it. There we go. All right, almost done taking these off. Sometimes I walk around and I have these things stuck to my sock. It's kind of funny. So here's another one, and so I'm just going to put this. Actually, it looks like more in the middle. And then now I've already done this, so it's kind of ready to go. This piece is going to go on like that. And then here's my happy birthday. The happy birthday is just going to get a little strip of this as well to go on. And you know what, I realized I didn't use their little embellishments, so I will add those on. It's always fun to add a little bling even when they're masculine cards. So here's this, and then now I'm just going to take these and I'll just kind of set them little, whoops. So here's this one with this, and I'm going to go back to this one because I didn't put the bling on. So I'm going to now put the bling on there. So this one just kind of had a couple around there. You can really go crazy with these if you want. So here you go. Here are the City Sites cards that come in our kit. It is online. You can buy this, and you get 8 of the cards. So it's really nice to just get some great masculine cards, or if you have people that work in the city or just enjoy the city. I have some friends in New York right now. I just think this could be used for many, many different occasions. And thinking of you today, that can be used for many different reasons, which is awesome. So part of my card kit, I'm going to show you how people got this. So here is the kit. It's just a little cell bag. And so if you pay ahead of time, you got this to your house. And unfortunately, most of the people that did it are out of town for today, so they're going to watch this later and do it. So I am doing a special. I put it in my newsletter. And if you don't get my newsletter, message me, because I'd love to have you. Actually, I'll put a link on the bottom of this to subscribe, because I put a thing on, if you order between now and June 6th and spend $40, I will send you this pack to make 4 cards. Now, if you don't own the kit, you'll just have to stamp some other images on there, but you will get the supplies on here. You'll just can use your own embellishments to put it together, but I will, you'll see as I pull out each of these things, like everything is all ready to go. If you spend $50 between now and the 6th, I will also send in a pack of these. Obviously it will be a new one, but these are new adhesive backed texture dots. And I don't know if you can kind of see, it's got a little texture to them. Hopefully you can kind of see that, but yeah, they're just, and there's 2 sizes. So I really like these. I'm going to be using them quite often. I'm going to start with this first card, and it uses one of our new colors, Basic Beige. We added a color to just our core line that is just with the basics, and it is Basic Beige. And I thought, why do we need Basic Beige? We've got very basic vanilla, but I actually really like it. I'm glad that we've added this to our collection. This is going to be just a pretty simple card. I am going to take this piece and I am going to stamp it. I forgot to say, if you do get this, I also send a PDF, so you'll be able to know the measurements and everything to make more cards. So again, I'm only using Pebbled Patch because that's what people got with the kit. So I'm first stamping this city, and then now I'm going to take this piece, this one here, just all the little speckles. And I just realized I don't have a, here we go. I wanted to stamp off first so it's a little bit lighter. So here, this is the first impression. And then now I'm gonna do the second one. And I do it so it's a little bit over the top of them. So you see how that works? So it doesn't have to be just perfect. And I just like how when it's lighter than this first dark image, I think it just adds a little bit more having it be a little bit lighter than that. So it's nice with one stamp head, you can get some different colors on there. So now I'm just gonna take this here with, this is the basic white thick cardstock. I like the thick when I'm making card fronts with it, just so that it's got just a nice thick texture. And I'm gonna put some adhesive on here. And this is cut at 5 inches by 3 3/4. So that's what I did for this main. Now I have a little strip that's also included, and this is for your greeting. Now, the greeting that I suggested people get with it, and it was an add-on, is Simply Said. This is a new $17 stamp set that is in our catalog, and I love it. I love how there's 2 different fonts and it's just got the basic greetings that you use all the time. So a really inexpensive, expensive greeting set. So I think this is just a good one to have. So this is the one that I'm using. If you don't have this, you can go ahead and use whatever greetings you have. But for this one, I'm going to make it a thank you card. And so I am just going to, this is just a 1/2 inch. So you, often you have little scraps of paper. You don't even need to cut, but yeah, I just had, this is an extra from things that I was cutting out to go inside cards. So I'm just going to cut it like that. And then I'll add some adhesive on the back. And I'm gonna put this so it's all the way on the edge like that. Oops, not straight, make it straight. So I line it up with the basic beige edge. And then now I'm gonna just take some of the embellishments here that you can get when you spend $50. And here you go. Really simple card that you can make quite quickly. You could have a whole stack of these ready to go for somebody to give them as a thank you. All right, the next card, this one, I'm using Pebbled Path for the card base. I'll get all the supplies out of here. Oops. All right, so I have Pebbled Path for my base, like I said, and then I'm using Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, and Misty Moonlight strips. So I'm going to take these and just add a little adhesive on each one. All right. So I'm going to, where did my card go? It is, oh, here it is, my sample. All right, so I'm gonna put this one in the middle, just like that. And then I'm gonna have this one at the bottom. And I don't know if I said this, they're 5 inches by 1 inch. Oh, I'm doing this off the page, there we go. Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't do that much for the first time. All right, so here is my kind of the background for the card. And then now I just have this piece here. This is 3.5 by 2.5. And so then this would be 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Pebbled Path once again. And I'm going to ink up my city and put that on here. I'm just gonna stamp it right in the middle. There we go. And now I'm going to put some adhesive on and put that in the center here. And then I'm actually gonna do some dimensionals on there, make it stand out a little bit. So I'm gonna put one on each corner. I just grabbed some of my regular dimensionals, but you could use mini if that's what you have. And when you do the card kit, there's always extras of the adhesive type things that they include in there. So you could use what was left from that kit too. So I'm now then just gonna finish with some more of the little textured dots here. All right, so I'll do a big one here. Let's do another big one right over here. So here is this card. So far I've got this one and this one for the extra class that I've put together. So we're gonna now move on to the last two. Now for the last two, I've got this exposed brick 3D embossing folder that I used for each of them. That is one of my favorite embossing folders. I'll show you. So this comes in your card kit. This stuff is all ready to go. I don't know. Let me see. I hope, yeah, here we go. This side is a little bit easier to see. It's just kind of a subtle background. And so I like how it is with that. I'm going to start with Boho Blue. This is also an in color from last year. So I'm using that and Night of Navy. Night of Navy's always just been such a great classic color. And I'll put a little bit on each side here. So here's the start of our card base. Now I want you to look at this circle. It's got all of these textures to it. This is from my favorite new dies. They're Spotlight on Nature dies, and I thought I grabbed them here. I don't see them. Let me quick grab it. I want to show it to you. Sorry about that, I'm back. Thought I had it all set aside. So these dies are amazing. If you don't get the bundle, that's fine. You'll still want these. If you want to see, this is what comes with it. The bundle is Spotlight on Nature with the stamp set and this, which is awesome, versatile, love it. But these are just so fun because there's several sizes of the same images, and there's, I don't know, you see all the different circles that it makes. So fun. So for this card, I used this, and on the next card, I used a different one. So you'll be able to use two different ones if you get this card kit in the mail. So so far I've got just this, and then I use this. You'll probably recognize the paper if you see it from here. This is Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. This was in our last catalog, and it was one of the few that carried over, which we don't often carry over Designer Series paper, but this one we did, so it was pretty fun. So I'm using it today, and I'm gonna just put it on here. And then I have another strip. This is just 1/2 inch. On this one, I'm gonna stamp Let's Celebrate. This is also from the Simply Said stamp set. And I'm going to just put this one kind of more to this side. Whoops. I'm gonna try it on the other side because I don't like how straight that was, or how it wasn't straight. All right, that's much better. I always wait to adhere things until I've stamped it and then like it, because otherwise you can redo it if you want. So here's just how the greeting is going to be. Again, it's just a 1/2 inch strip, and it was just a scrap. And then now on here, I am going to stamp the, let's see which one I had stamped on before. I'm going to just stamp the city on here. All right, I'm going to do this over this piece of paper here. And so I don't get it on my table. So for here, I'm just have it a little bit down, but you're not going to get the whole thing on there, but you're going to get a good bit of it. So here is how it looks. And I was kind of worried about how it would look stamped over the ridges, but it works just perfectly. I was really pleased to see that. So I'm now going to put some dimensionals on the back of here. Dimensionals are always fun to add. It's just nice to add a little height, a little depth to the cards. And so I'm going to put this in the corner like so. And now I will do this, covering the bad side. The one that wasn't as straight. Here we go. And then we'll finish with, guess what? More of our little things. And do you notice how I always do odd numbers? I don't know, it's just, I heard that once and I just have stuck with it. So here's our Let's Celebrate card. Another pretty simple, easy card to do. So I'm now going to move to the final card, where's that page? Here we go. So for this one, I'm using Crumb Cake. Crumb Cake is another great base to have. And I'm gonna just stick that on here. I use the same embossing folder on here, the Exposed 3D brick embossing folder, and I am going to tear it. Now, when you tear things, they're all gonna look a little different. And there are some people that this just can stress out, but really you can't mess it up. It's just making it look a little distressed. So I'm gonna just keep tearing here while we go. Years ago, we used to have this tear tool where you just would pull up and it had all these little edges that you could tear. That was quite some time ago, and I have since got rid of that. But it looked a little bit more uniform. But I kind of like when it's not all exactly the same. So you've seen this card in my little advertising for this class. So I'm going to now put some adhesive in each corner here. And I will just put it on like that. And then, so here is another one of the Spotlight on Nature that I already did these. This comes in a little envelope with everything. And I'm going to now stamp the city in the middle of that. And it fits nicely here on the more ink. All right, I'm gonna stamp this just, all right, there we go. So now I'm going to, once again, do dimensionals. You probably know the last two things, dimensionals and the textured dots. That's kind of the key thing. That pebbled path, they are common with every single thing in this kit. But I was hoping to just make it so that you could use it with the items that came in the original kit, so then you were good to go. For this one, I'm going to stamp directly on here. This says Birthday Wishes. It's also here from this kit. I really like, because for birthday you could use birthday wishes, happy birthday, let's celebrate. It's just, like I said, super versatile card kit. I'm going to use Pebbled Path on here. Whoops. And so there is the birthday wishes. Not quite done. We're going to now finish with adding some more of the textured dots here. And I'm going to do a bunch. This is our last one. We're going to go add extras here. Can you have too much? I don't think so. These are kind of a subtle because they're just one solid color. So I just think it just adds a little bit more to it. So I'm going to go back now and show you everything that we have made here. So the first two were these. These are from the City Sites kit, which you can find on the website. I will have a link for it as well. So here's the City Sites kit cards, and then here are the ones that I just made. So this one with Basic Beige, this one with the 3 strips, Mellow Moss, Wild Wheat, and Misty Moonlight. And then we've got the Boho Blue and Night of Navy. And finally, we finished with Pebbled Path and Crumb Cake. So I hope you enjoyed these cards, and let me know which one was your favorite. Which of these cards do you have someone in mind that you could send this to? So I hope you get time to create soon. It's fun when you can just sit down and make a bunch of cards. And I know I'm gonna wanna make several more of these. It's so nice to have cards on hand for when the need arises. If all of a sudden you forgot it was someone's birthday and then you have them ready to go, or if you just need a thinking of you for someone. So I hope you get time to create soon. Have a good day.